So you've made the step of deciding that counselling might be something that could help you. Where do you go next? How do you find a counsellor? Hello everyone, my name is Rich Pearson. I'm a professional counsellor and psychotherapist based in Falmouth in Cornwall, and today we're going to be talking about how do you find a counsellor. To start with, most counsellors find their clients, it seems, through word of mouth. So one of the best things if you're looking for a counsellor is if you have some friends that you think you can trust and care that they will be okay with you saying that you are looking for a counsellor, you might ask them and say, do you know of any counsellors locally? You might not know, but they might have access counselling as well and might have someone really great that they can recommend. It's often through, as I say, word of mouth. So if you know of someone or you've heard of someone, that's the first step in finding a counsellor, is to ask someone that you know, a friend or family member. But if you don't want to do that and you want to still try and find a counsellor, there's a number of different ways online. Thankfully, we have Google and the internet and various different search engines that you can use by typing in your nearest town or the town that you live in and the word counsellor, and a number of different ones will come up. But then still it gets very overwhelming sometimes. If you live in London or Manchester or another large city, for example, you might get thousands of potential counsellors come up that you might not know where to start or which one to pick or choose. There are more ways of refining the search from doing this. So first of all, a lot of counsellors will have their own websites. So they'll have a website that directs you to more information about them, which can give you an idea of what they're like as a person, what they specialise in, to give you kind of a feel of who they are, how they talk conversationally. They might even have some videos like this one on their website, which will give you an idea of the kind of person that they are. Because it's very important to find someone who works with what you're looking for. It's all well and good, as counsellors, we try and do as much as we can in terms of equality and diversity, in terms of our clients and being open to all possible people. But for example, if you're a man and you only want to talk to another man, then that's a good step in the right direction, is to look for a male counsellor. If that's what you're sure, this is not to discount that a female counsellor might also be really helpful to you. Likewise, if you're a woman and you don't feel comfortable talking to a man, you might want to look for a male counsellor. Refining that a bit further, some people might hear my accent, which I don't know. I don't know about my own accent, but I mean, I went to private boarding school and I grew up with a relatively wealthy family. I'm not particularly wealthy anymore, if that matters at all, but either way, some people might be put off by my accent. They might want someone who's a bit more working class, and that's fine. I don't take offence to that at all. I'm here to, first and foremost, help people, secondly, to make a living, and thirdly, to not let anyone down. So if I'm not the right person to help you because you don't feel like you can open up to someone who looks or sounds like me, I'm not going to take that personally, and I would hope that not many other good counsellors out there would take it personally either. So it's important to look into a counsellor, and as I say, you can do this either through their website or whatever else is available. And the other things that might be available are counselling directories. Now, the BACP has a great counselling directory which you can go through, and again, they vet it really closely so that they know the kind of people that they are allowing to be advertised on there. Same with the counselling directory. Fairly self-explanatory. It's just called the counselling directory. In the UK, that's probably one of the biggest directories that there is for helping people to refine what they're looking for in terms of a counsellor, because you can refine it by not just location, but also the types of things that counsellor specifically offers. And there's also pretty much always a picture of the counsellor that you are looking at to give you an idea of what they look like. Because again, all of those things are important. We try not to make any assumptions about our clients before they come and see us. So someone might be really nervous about talking to someone that looks like me for no other reason than I look like me. And again, I really endeavour not to take that personally. So first step in trying to find a counsellor is, if you feel confident and safe and have people around you that you think you can open up to, ask if any of your friends or family have been to see a counsellor. Obviously, if you don't feel like that's a good idea, don't do that, because that might open you up to other such things, and your friends and family, for whatever reasons, might not be as open-minded about counselling as you've decided to be. Second thing, Google search, see if there's any counsellors local in your area, and then maybe cross-reference those Google search findings by what you have found on the counselling directory or the BACP directory, and have a look and see from there. Likewise, if you are at university, then I would imagine almost all universities in this day and age would have a student services type place where they might even have counsellors on the actual payroll that you can be referred to, and at very least they should be able to signpost you to local counsellors that they know and trust. If you're at school, there should be pastoral support and advice there through either some kind of chaplaincy team or your teacher or anything else like that. And some relatively large employers like the NHS and other such people can recommend you counsellors. And that's a really good point as well, which is that if you are looking for counselling through whatever means outside of the ones I've just suggested, you can also ask your GP. They can either potentially recommend a counsellor if they personally know of anyone, or they can refer you to what's commonly, unfortunately, quite a long waiting list for, again, what is commonly CBT, which is cognitive behavioural therapy counselling, which is what is generally offered in the UK, and you can get up to, I think, 6 sessions for free through that service. So friends and family, Google search, counselling directories, any institution that you happen to be involved in, be it a university, a school, a church maybe, and then also your GP would be the sort of main places I would go to look for a counsellor. I hope this has helped in some way to explain if you are looking for a counsellor, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, please feel free to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all tomorrow for the next video. Thanks very much.